Hello, guys. Welcome to Manifestor's Clubhouse. This is Pari Patri from Maryland, and happy New Year to everyone. Um, we are in 2021. What an amazing time now to step into new self, to start creating new version of ourselves. And just before I started, I had some trouble with the internet, but I'm back. I hope everything goes well today. So, well, Saima, good morning, Saima. It's so wonderful to connect with you here. Saima is from Malaysia. Oh my gosh, she is an awesome, powerful woman. I must say that. And we have Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie, good evening. I was a little bit sleepy around 8 o'clock, and I took a nice power nap, and I'm fresh and ready to roll tonight. And Astro, Neetu, welcome, Neetu. How are you? Very good morning to you in India. So I'm really excited to start this new series. And I have a lot planned for this month and next 3 months. So you will be pretty busy starting this year, because I am here to make sure that you are on track, that you are ready, you're taking action, and really now not waiting for anything else. No more waiting, guys. No more waiting. Enough of waiting for things to change, for things to happen in a certain way that we are used to, and no longer it's not going to be the same. We all know that. So it's time to change things up, time to create a path that is for us, and that's what we're going to do in these series, in this Clubhouse series. Rose from India, welcome. Vinoji, welcome to this brand new series, Manifestors Clubhouse. So this is a clubhouse for all the conscious creators to come together, and we are going to discuss a lot of stuff here. Okay, a lot of stuff we are going to discuss every Wednesday. I'm here with you. I'll be here. I don't know if you are going to be here, but I'll be here talking to you about mindset, about winner mindset, about creating habits, success habits, and also discussing with you, sharing with you, and also learning. And I want you to be sharing your stories as well here, and so we can all learn from each other. Naga, welcome, Naga. Suresh, welcome. It's today is going to be initially I was like, okay, you know what, let me just do an introduction and talk about upcoming events. But you know what, let's dive in, guys. Let's dive in. There's no time to waste now. There's a lot of work to be done, lot of work to be done. So I don't think we have any time to waste. We just have to go get into action, and that's what we're going to do. And Manifestors Clubhouse is about bringing conscious creators together to together share the space and learn about tools and techniques that elevate our frequency, that elevate our vibration. Because you know why? Okay, you know what? Before I get into, I want to say hi to everybody who is joining in. Chaya, welcome. Shiva, welcome. I don't know who World Entertainment is. If you want to let me know, where are you watching me from here? We have Kulvinder Singh from Punjab or Delhi. Welcome. Madhulika is here. Dr. Madhulika is here. Rajwant, welcome, guys. I'm so excited. You guys are in the house. Oh, Karun, welcome, Karun. Welcome to this show. Meenal, welcome, guys. Let me know where you guys are watching me from. Super awesome that you guys are here to hang out with me for the next 40-45 minutes. Thank you. Chaya is from Bangalore. Welcome, Chaya. Super awesome, guys. I'm so grateful that you guys have taken this time and to be here with me, to hang out here with me, because I think this series, which it just happened. This is what I do every, and we'll talk about it, the practices for success. And if there are any here who are coaches, who are entrepreneurs, who are executives, who are this, the main audience that I serve are coaches, trainers, teachers, leaders, executives, entrepreneurs, people who are in the field of serving others. Okay, people who are in the field of serving others. That's who I serve, and I share. Meenal is from Boston. Wonderful. Kanak Satya from Madhya Pradesh. Welcome to this live. And what I do is I serve the people who you serve. So basically, I help you create that vibration, create that frequency, or create that energy field around you, so that you can become the version that you aspired, and manifest the dreams that you always desire. And for that, and especially now, getting into the subject now, because you know what, guys, every new goal, okay, whatever goal you have, maybe you're a teacher now, and you have a coaching program, or you teach to certain people, and you want to get to the next level. Maybe you want to write a new book, or maybe you want to start a brand new program and start your own business and make some money. Or maybe you have a serving, or sorry, a calling to serve others, and you just getting started. You just don't know where to begin. You have this deep desire in your heart that you want to serve, but you just don't know where to start. And you can't leave your 8 to 5 job because you need to pay your bills, but you have this calling to, how can you bridge that gap? And that's where I come in. That's where I come and help you to make your dreams, your desire, your career, how to make it happen, how to become that next version of yourself, so that you can start living the life that you always aspire. And that's what we will be talking about. So Sai Kumar, welcome from Andhra Pradesh. Welcome, Sai Kumar. So what do you do, Sai Kumar? Tell me about yourself. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, I'm just adjusting this camera. Okay. So let's talk about that. Okay, so this is today's discussion is all about talking about my morning ritual. I want to share about, because there were many questions about the morning ritual that I do, about how I create my success plan, and a technique that I use to bring myself into coherence. And Saima and Madhulika know about this technique, so it's going to be recap for you guys, because you have been, and even Karun, because you have been in that course. And by the way, guys, I'm planning a reunion pretty soon on Feb 7th. Okay, I'll be announcing that in the group, so stay tuned for that. I'm super. I want to meet you guys. I can't wait to meet you guys. So I've finalized the date, and I'm going to announce it. So make sure you save the date secret, so it's already out for you guys. So I'm going to share with you that. I'm also going to talk about the upcoming events, a lot planned, and how can you work with me? If anybody out there, and whatever I talk about today, if that resonates with you, and you really think that you need my support or help in getting to your goal, in drafting your success plan, getting clarity, then I will also let you know how you can work with me directly. Okay, sounds good? All right. Chaya says, I am a school teacher. Wonderful. In fact, I work with a lot of school teachers here, because I work with kids to teach about coherence, to teach about heart science, which we just completed a whole new course, and I'm starting the brand new course soon in Feb. I'll share the details about that as well. All right, guys. So I want to share something about my story of how I really got started in this, in what I'm doing. Okay, I want to start with that, and why I am, why am I doing this? Why am I talking about manifestation, and how did this all happen? Okay, I'm going to share about that. So basically, I studied engineering. I came here to US to do my master's, and I was I was in an environment. I got into an environment where where I was surrounded by people who do not believe in creating our own reality, who do not believe in that we are the creators, that we are energy, everything is energy. None of that. I was surrounded by people who believe that we are just human beings. We live in fear. We struggle. We work hard, and success means getting a job, getting into a great position, becoming, climbing the ladder of the corporate. That's what success was. And I was surrounded by that people, and the really the need that I had was that I really wanted to be accepted in that circle of my family, of the friends. At that point, I really wanted to be like one of them. I really wanted to be accepted, loved, and needed a sense of belonging. And to have that need of me uh, made me really, change my belief system slowly, gradually. It made me like forget everything that I've learned in my childhood about what is meditation, about creating my reality. I forget all of that, and made me think, what, if this is what I'm surrounded with, if people around me are living like this, and I see them successful in the sense making money, having great big houses. And I because at that point, that was the concept that was shown to me. This is what success looks like. And I bought into that idea, and I was like, okay, fine, if this is what, if I have to be successful like this, then this is what I need to do. So I started doing that. I started, of course, getting slowly. It happened so gradually that I didn't even realize that it was happening. I got into, I finished my school masters. I started looking for jobs. And I remember there was a time when I was living in my uncle's house, and I was so desperate to get out and start, get my own space, and I'm telling you, I lived in such times of frustration. Like, it was so frustrating. Like, I just wanted to get out. I just wanted to get a space and get out, and I can't wait. I didn't know how it would happen, because I didn't know when the job will come, when I will be getting my money to get out. I understand what that frustration is. And at the same time, even when I was trying to I was out, getting a job, of the struggle of that, getting the right job. And even after getting the job, working, because in all these years, I was suppressing myself, and I didn't know that I was doing it. I didn't realize that it was not a conscious. It was happening in a very unconscious level. Like, I was not conscious. I was making conscious choices, thinking that this is what takes me further in my life. But that was actually, that every choice that I made was actually taking me down, and I didn't even realize that. And I went on. I started ignoring every sign that I had. Like, started getting headaches, migraines. I never had migraines in my life. I started getting migraines, shoulder pains, especially my back of the neck, shoulder, excessive pain. And I just ignored. And what did I do? I just took pills, Tylenol. I just took that. And I was like, okay, you know what? I have my, and everybody around me, the conversations were like, and it was so normal, talking about problems, talking about ill health. If I say headache, yeah, I have a headache. And it was a normal thing. So I didn't even think that there was something not right happening. Like, I shouldn't be getting these headaches. It was a normal thing. Like, everybody had issues. So I just normalized that. I just ignored these signs, and I went on. I took pills. I remember I used to take pills every day, because of the stress, because of the work stress. And even at work, I was so ambitious. I wanted to be successful. I wanted to climb the ladder. I wanted to perform, so that I get my promotions, I go forward. And taking more and more stress on that, on the work level and at home. Relationships, I got into so many wrong relationships. And it all happened in a very subtle way. Like, it's just like, you never, when you are in that run of chasing, you never sit and realize, you know what, why am I doing this, where am I? You never take the time and think for yourself. And that's what happened with me. I never took that time. Like, you know what, I should sit and see, why is this happening, why am I here? I never took that time for 10 years. I just ran. I was just chasing goals. Like I have to do this. This is what, like a checklist, like I have to make this happen. Until I had a big awakening few years back. I had a big awakening until I knew that I was not going to get pregnant. I had some issues and blocks, and that's when the awakening part started. And that's when I realized that block that I had in me was something that I created. I created it due to my own suppressions of living not connected with my true self for so many years. I created that for myself. And at that point, because I knew, you know what, guys, let me tell you something. Everything we see, everything we see in our life, everything we experience in our life, whether that's our relationships, our career, health, or financial status in our life, or even the things that you see around, is a direct reflection of our own energy, of our own belief systems, of our own vibration frequency. Everything. And if you don't like anything that you see in the life, then the only thing is we need to start checking what belief system are we holding that is creating this thing in our life. And for me, and that is the point, I started going back because I knew all of this stuff. I just didn't think about it. I just didn't take time and started to make sense, like, connect the dots. Because we all, back of the mind, we know, okay, you know what, we are not this body, we are this. We know all the subject theory. But when it comes to life, when we are actually living, I never really, you know, thought about it. And that's when I hit that rock bottom, like in the sense, literally rock bottom, having physical issues, like physical problems, career wise. I was like, I worked so hard. I used to work like 14, 15 hours a day in my projects, in my corporate job. And I felt like I never got the appreciation or recognition that I deserved. And I was like, I'm working so hard. Why is this happening to me? And even when even in the social life, like when I go to friends' place, or we meet up with friends, I would sit with them, and I'm like, I never had that, that satisfaction or that fulfillment of having the conversations. It just felt very surface, like all the relationships, like, okay, we are talking about politics, the food, the the movies, or all of that stuff, but it never really connected. Like I never was really resonating with it. Anybody have you felt this anytime, like you're with people, but you just don't feel like this it? Like I used to feel like, is this what it is? There is nothing more yet. And I always used to crave for something more, something more. And I never used to get that. And I would tell my husband about this, and I would like, you know what, this is not happening, like I'm not feeling it. And then he would be like, you know what, you're just crazy. Like, you have everything, you have a great job, everything people aspire for, but why are you feeling this way? You should not be feeling this way. And then I would, again, what do? I ignore, I suppress myself and go back to work and get myself busy. And I would wear the label of being busy because that made me feel very proud of myself, that made me feel important, that I'm doing something great in my life. So the tag, even I remember even the corporate life, when my schedule, the calendar was full with meetings, I would feel so great. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so important. Like people want me in their meetings. So that I was chasing a that sense of giving myself importance by filling my calendar up. That's what made me feel worthy. That's what made me feel important. And I did that because I didn't know. And to prove myself worthy, to prove myself important, I would work hard so that I would get my calendar filled. And this was a cycle that went on and on and on. Can anyone relate to this? Sunita says yes. And this is what happened. And the time when I was in that rock bottom, and I was thinking, this is what I thought. Okay, what is that belief system in me, what is that belief system that made me, that got me here? What is that? And when you ask that question, like, why, what is that got me here, when you seriously ask that question, the first thing that pops up in your mind is the answer, because your subconscious mind gives you the answer like right away, like in one word, in one sentence. And that was the answer. The answer was, for me, that I have to work hard. I have to do what I don't love to be successful. That's how I'll be successful. That was the first thing. I cannot, and I had, so the first thing was, I cannot do what I love and make money. Okay. And I have to do what I don't love to be successful. That means I have to do whatever that IT job that I was in to be successful, to make money. And that was the only way I could see. I could not even see any other option available, like not even existing, like I couldn't even think about it. And that's when I decided, oh my gosh, like if I think like if my belief system is that I have to struggle to be successful, no wonder my life is showing me that. No wonder, because there was no other way I would be, like my life would be with that kind of belief system. So your mind is like an oven. Your mind is like an oven. Whatever you put inside your oven, you're going to get that, right? If you're going to put apple pie in your oven, what are you going to get out? Apple pie, not a lemon pie or not a orange pie. You're going to get apple pie. So if you put in your mind the belief system that I have to struggle to be successful and I want to be successful, then what are you going to get out? Your life showing you what you put in. And that's how it works. Whatever thoughts you put in, whatever belief systems you put, your mind is just going to create that out, project that out into your reality, into your experience. So anything, if you are really, really struggling about anything in your life, the first thing to say is, what is that you put inside? What are you feeding yourself? What are you impregnating yourself with? What thoughts are you repeating to yourself? Like, life is hard, I don't have time, I can't do this, I have to work hard, I have to do this. Whatever we tell ourselves and we believe in it, we are putting that into the oven. That is what going to come out, because there's no other way. That's like the law, like how the gravity works for everybody. There's no exception, whether you're rich or you're poor or whatever. It works equally. In the same way, this law of creation, of how you create your own reality, works for each and every person, no matter what thought it is, no matter whether that's a fearful thought or a positive thought or a miraculous thought. It doesn't matter. Whatever you put inside, it is going to come out. That is going to be projected into your life as experiences, as people, as characters in your reality, people that come into your life. And you may be thinking, like, why do I attract these people all the time, this kind of person all the time in my life? Why? I move and I find this person. I get into a new job, I find this person. Why is this happening? It is because there is something within you that is attracting those experiences. You're projecting out some fear, some belief system. For everything that is happening, the root cause is the belief system. Like, what is that you are telling, because your belief systems are creating your frequencies. Based on your belief systems, you have your thoughts, you have your intentions, you make your choices, your action. Everything is dependent on that. And your subconscious mind is like, we work on conscious mind like 5%. 95% is run by our subconscious mind, brushing our teeth, starting from there until we sleeping on the right side of the bed, left side of the bed. Everything is on autopilot. We program ourselves. And these programs come from our parents, come from the womb, from our religion, from a culture, from a city we live in, from the media, from the songs we listen to. There is so much that is constantly programming us. And we think that's who we are. but that's not who we are. It is just we. It is the programming that has been done, which is reflecting out, and we consider that as our nature, our personality. But the truth is, we can absolutely change it. We can absolutely change anything and everything. And that's where my journey started, when I made a decision that I I decided in my life that I'm going to change it around. I decided. I just made a decision. I woke up that day, and I said, you know what? I'm going to change it. I don't know how. I don't know how it will happen. I don't know when it will happen, but it is going to change. I just told it myself, and I started working. And that's when I started researching more and learning more, doing a lot of soul searching. I went to energy seekers. I got coaches, I got mentors. I started working with them. I started learning about pyramids, researching more about energy work, crystals, and really understanding how this. Because I remember I used to manifest when I was a child. I used to do it very easily. I remember that a lot. But I forgot about it when I stepped into fear, when I stepped into pleasing people, because I want to be loved. I want to feel valued. I want to feel worthy. When I stepped into that area, everything was gone. I was no longer a conscious creator. I was just living the life of a transcript and just moving along and praying and wishing things can change. But things never changed. The moment I made a decision, because and the decision is so important. You have to make a decision is like, you don't need to have everything set. You just have to make a decision. Today is the day I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to decide, because that actually infuses the frequency of manifestation. That begins, that sets the seed. Because if you don't decide, if you are because procrastination, overthinking, these are all forms of fear. Procrastination, perfectionism, and I probably will talk about that in another session. But these are all forms of fear. When you're overthinking, procrastinating, because we don't believe in ourselves, we don't believe things can happen. There's a lot of belief systems that are working underlying that procrastination. So when I work with executives, the one thing is perfectionism, and that is a byproduct of fear of not being enough, not being worthy. That is the byproduct of that. So I made a decision that I am going to change, and it's going to happen. And I made a plan. I made a success plan. And then I started working with affirmations. I still have that paper. Next time I'll take a picture and post it on Instagram about how I've written. This was like years back, when I couldn't even see any other option than being in an IT job. I couldn't even like imagine. Like, what would I do? I don't know. I don't have any art. Like, I can't sing or dance or paint or do anything, any creative stuff. That's what I knew about creativity. I didn't have all those creative stuff. What possibly could I do other than what I'm doing right now? Because I was like, okay, meditation teaching was not something that you can earn money. Like, I was like, okay, because I wanted to make money as much as I did. So financial independence was important for me. But what could I do? And I didn't have any option at that point. But I wrote in the paper. I said, this is exactly what I said. This is like the success plan I wanted to discuss, what I've written. I said, I am living a life doing exactly what I love, and supporting my family financially. And this is, I've written this, probably a different words, but this exact intention. And I had no idea what I was doing, what I loved. I didn't have any clarity at that point. I just wrote. And then I've written a couple of other affirmations or intentions along with that. And I written a book. I went and I bought a nice book. I love coloring. I put a lot of, even when I was school, when I write something, I color. I make clouds with different color pens. I used to love all of that. So I went and I got a book, And with color pens I wrote and I colored it and I nicely kept it, and that was there, it was there. I was still in my job, I was still working, and I was like doing my work. So my reality, I didn't have any option of, so this is the important, like my reality did not show any different doors that may open up. It was just a normal life, 8 to 5 job, or 8 to 8 job in my sense. And but yet I took this book and I was writing that what I want, what my desire was, what my true desire was. So I didn't, so the way it works is, you should not have, if you think that, forget about what your reality is, really think what you really want, forgetting about the limitations about your city or your job or your money status, everything, and writing you truly want. And that's what I did. I've written that, and I started reading that every day. And I started, and the main work after that was actually working on my pregnancy. So I worked extensively on that, and I have a whole course on that. I support women who want to get pregnant. I have a whole course on that, to do exactly what I did, because today I have two beautiful kids, and everything that even the doctor said there was just 10% chance, and I said I was not ready to listen to that. I was like, nope, it is going to happen, it will happen. And I made that happen. And not just that, in every aspect, whether it is manifesting your dream job, or getting to a dream home, or partner, or health, anything is about first making that intention, making a decision to make it happen. And that's how it all gets started. So I wanted to share the story to really tell you that, anything can happen, everything can happen. But this is first, it starts first with really acknowledging what you truly want, because sometimes we don't even want to think about that, because of the fear. If you finally know what I truly want, and if I don't work towards it, we feel guilty, or we feel depressed. So sometimes we don't even take time to think about that. And probably that's where I was. I didn't even think, because I didn't even think I had a choice, I had an opportunity. I never thought. And the moment I started working on this, things started changing. Doors where I thought there was just walls, there were doors opening up. There were possibilities that really opened up for me, where I could walk, which I never thought could be there. And I remember I was working with one of a client at that point, and the stories that we tell, oh, I'm too old, I'm too young, it's too late for me, all these are belief systems that we tell ourselves, because they are not true. They are just the stories we tell ourselves. Oh, I invested so much in this, I can. Because this is what I tell everybody: if you don't make the time to create what you love right now, you will be just living a life managing what you don't want. Would you rather want to just live what manage a life what you don't want, or start creating a life what you want? The choice is yours, because we can either find excuses or we can find success. We can't have both. There's never, you can't have, like, if you want to start losing weight, you can't just, you can't be giving excuses and get success. You have to fight your excuses and start doing workout and diet and all of that stuff. And it's the same thing. If any goal you really want, it's the stories that we keep telling ourselves are the stories that get created. Anything, nothing is too late. You're never too old, you're never too young. You're never in the stories of, oh, I don't know the language, I'm not in the right city or not in the right country, I don't have this, I don't have that. They are all just stories we tell ourselves to justify why we are not taking action. That's it. Because nothing is, all the limitations is what we set for ourselves. Because the problem is we hang on to the identity that we created about ourselves, because we know this identity, we are aware of it, we know what it means. And we are, again, the fear of unknown. If I step into this new business or whatever the new venture you want to take, and you don't know what it is, It is an area where you never been. It is a scary area, and maybe your identity changing, and you don't want to let it go. And that is where the problem arises, is hanging on to this identity, this personality that you now know, because your reality is limited to that. But the reality is like infinite possibilities we have to create anything we want. And that comes when we understand that we are, and that comes with spiritual science. And that is exactly what happened. The courage, the fearlessness of doing anything comes from understanding the what do we say, the spiritual science, the science of who you are, understanding that you are the creator, you are the conscious creator, you are the powerful creator. You are the source self. There's nothing that can stop you. Everything else is just an illusion. When you decide, because wherever you focus, your energy is going there. You energize. When you think about the thought of fear comes in, you are energizing that. So when you understand the power of your thoughts, when you understand who you are, when you understand that you're not this body, you are not this, um, you're not this body, you are this eternal being. You are from the source. This information allows you to be a fearless conscious creator. And that is why we need to understand the spiritual science. Get into meditation. Why meditation? Because we want to be connected to the source, so that we don't need to take energy from each other, thinking that living in scarcity consciousness. So this information, when I understood this information, really, because I've always heard, yes, we are not this body, yes, we are the soul, but I never really, like, you know what I mean, never really like really understood it. And this is when everything changed for me, is when I started understanding the science, understanding that earth is just another game, another planet, that we are here. We've been on different planets, we've been on different galaxies. We are multidimensional selves. When we understand that, we become fearless. Nothing can stop us. And taking that information with that courage, you start manifesting in the physical world. And that's the bridge that we got to make as conscious creators. And that's why this is called Manifestors Clubhouse. This is the place where manifestors, conscious creators come together and we share. This is where we learn truly about who we are, conscious, that, what is conscious creator? Who are we? It is not about working with your subconscious mind. It is understanding subconscious mind is just a database. It is just a database. And it's a database of all the stories that we have told ourselves in all the past lives. Every past life is just a story. And I'm going to talk about past lives in one of the sessions, because there's a lot I can share about that. So anyways, so I wanted to share about this. I know I wanted to do this like 40-45 minutes every single day. But any questions, guys? I know I'm talking a lot, but I want to hear from you. What do you guys think? Are you guys relating to what I'm saying? And Jagdi says, amazing, is great wisdom what you're sharing. It's great. Morning spiritual lab. Well, yes, every Wednesday I'll be here, Jagdish. So I invite everybody to come join me, and we're going to explore a lot of topics, really lot of topics. And I really want, I'm really inspired right now to share this information, because it's not just about talking quantum physics or talking about past life. It's about how we take this information and implement that in our lives to become successful. That is what we want to do. So understanding these concepts, how we can integrate that into our lives, how can we make that as a practice to create success, to create habits of success. And that's what we're going to do. Sneha says, I'm very much interested to know about manifestation, and dear, you're in the right place. We are going to talk a lot about that. Okay, we are going to talk a lot about that. I'm going to give you a lot of tips to do that. But before that, let me talk about the events, and we are going to end with a coherence technique. Saima, are you ready? Let's do a quick coherence technique together after the weeks, and I'm super excited to do this with you guys. But I want to talk about the upcoming events, and I have updated my website. So first thing is the Conscious Creators Mini Bootcamp is again starting in Feb 21st to March 21st. The details are here, so you can go check it out. I'm going to put the links here. So I'm going to put a bunch of links here. So stay tuned before I talk about the coherence technique. So this is a boot camp, guys. This is a 5-week boot camp. Saima and Madhulika, they've just been there, and if you want to learn more about that, they will answer what it is. A lot about manifestation, a lot about intuition, really concepts. We get deeper into understanding emotions, how to work with them, the power of emotions, power of intuition, power of working with power of working with your intention, your thoughts, your magnetic energy. So yeah, Conscious Creators Mini Boot Camp. So I have actually a boot camp, which is actually an 8-week boot camp that I do, which is definitely different from this. There's more of tools, techniques, and stuff that happens. If you want to learn more about that, the actual boot camp, I would also, now I'm going to give you a link where you can apply to work with me. Meenal says, can you speak about crystals and how to increase our energy, positive and frequent? Meenal, about crystals, I have a whole lot of stuff coming up. Okay, I'm actually doing a workshop on crystals on Jan 23rd, crystals for beginners. So if anybody here who is interested to learn, to get introduced to crystals, maybe you've heard about it, you just don't know how to work with it. You have crystals at your home, like you never got really understood the method to work with it, or you want to buy crystals, you don't know where to start. I am going to share all about that in the crystal workshop on Jan 23rd, the Saturday. Okay. So that all that details are on my website here. If you go to the event section, the information about the crystal workshop, and in February, I'm doing a crystal grid for love. So it's a workshop. It's a workshop that it's a hands-on workshop. So you're gonna be getting supplies. You need supplies to do that. It is about boosting love in our lives. If you're ready to boost love, ready to start, amplify love in your relationships or with your own self love, then that workshop is for you. We're going to work with sacred geometry, with crystals, intention together to really boost. So that is something that I invite you to join me. We're going to do it together. So there is a registration date, like closing date for that, because I believe Feb 7th, 1 week before, because you need to get some supplies for that particular workshop, because we are going to create a grid together. So I'm going to teach you how to prep for it, what is a crystal grid, introduction to it, how to prep, how to set it up, how to activate a grid. I'm going to go with you step by step. Okay. So that's what we're going to do on Feb 14th. Okay. Feb 14th is a crystal grid workshop. Jan 23rd is the beginners workshop. What are crystals? How to get started working. In fact, if you want to attend crystal grace, you may want to attend the Jan 23rd, because when you get crystals, you need to know prior, like what to do before you start working with in the crystal grace. So it may be like a prerequisite, but you can still come on to that to just learn. So go to my website, paripatri.com event section, and you'll get all the details about how to register and what is included in that. So that's about crystals. So I've got a lot. I'm planning a lot. I've got so many requests. I know I'm planning all of that in the next 2 months to do workshops, and I'm also planning to get a whole course around that. So it is coming. Thank you for being patient with me on this, because it is coming. And And yes, of course, the this Wednesday Clubhouse is free. I'm going to be here sharing with you a lot of stuff, um, with you, which probably people pay thousands of dollars to get this stuff. So take use of this, because everything that I'm sharing with you is something that I've learned paying thousands of dollars, reading a lot of books, and something that I'm presenting to you, which is tried and tested. So and any questions, you're free to reach out to me at connect@paripatri.com. Any questions you have, or anything you want to, you're stuck, you want to ask me a question. And then another link is, if you want to work with me directly, because I do one-on-one coaching. Okay, I do coach people one-on-one, but I take very limited clients, because of the time. I really, you know what, if you ask anybody who worked with me, the one thing that I always do, which I sometimes it not goes very well, is I over deliver. I over deliver in things. So if you really want to be successful and start making things happen, you're tired of waiting for things to change, and you need that boost, you need a guide, mentor, then definitely you can reach out to me, and we can see if we are a good fit to work with each other. And you can, I there's a program, 3-month program, where I'll work with you directly, getting clarity, getting, everything like custom. We'll create a custom package for you to start manifesting whatever that is, whether you want to get into your next career step, how to make it happen, improve, skyrocketing your confidence, or if you're a coach, teacher, you want to start your own business, how to do that, or if you want to up level your um, leadership qualities, or anything, any of that sort, we can do that. And this is the link. You can reach out to me. You have to fill up an application, and you can schedule a time with me, and you get 30 minutes with me to talk about. And I invite only people who are serious about their dreams, serious about taking action. Okay, because I value your time and my time. So if it is just something that you just want an advice, do not book the call. Only if you're serious to take action, do book the call with me. Okay, and if you have any other questions, you can always reach out to me on the email to ask me a question, or you can join me here every Wednesday, and we can discuss here. Okay, so ready. So these are the all the events. And of course, SSIM, Spiritual Science International Meet, happening on Jan 30th and 31st. Make sure you register. It's a free event, guys, completely based on plant-based living. Lot of great stuff is coming up in that event, trust me. So definitely register for that, and do share with your friends, family, because this is something like really, really great speakers coming on and speaking for 2 days. Okay, so okay, let's now get into, we have 10 more minutes. Let's now do a coherence technique. So every morning, this is my part of my morning ritual. I work on manifesting. I work on my mindset every single day. There's never a time that I'm not working on that. I'm working all the time. And that's how I make things happen. So every day morning, the first thing that I do is get up, is not check my phone. Okay, not check my phone. That's something that I do not do. I put my phone down in the kitchen, and I don't take it to my bedroom. I don't care who calls, but I do not do that. So first thing is, I get up, I read my success plan. Okay, I've written a success plan for myself, and I read that. And I also, and then before I read my affirmations, or all of that, I first create get into coherence. And this is a technique from Heart Math that I teach in the Conscious Creators mini bootcamp. It's just one of the techniques. There are 6 other more techniques in that, which we share in that program. So the technique is basically, let's all try now. Okay, together. Sit comfortably. The thing about this is, you can do it eyes closed or eyes open. This is not a meditation technique. That means you're not leaving your body or place and going somewhere. You're right here where you are. So you can practice this in the moment of stress, or in the moment of anxiety, right in that minute. Okay, so that is the beauty of this specific technique. So sit comfortably. For now, you can just close your eyes. Okay, you can close your eyes for now. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes and focus your attention in the area of your heart, and take and breathe through your heart, deeper and slower than usual. You can place your hands on your heart if that helps you. Breathe in for 5 seconds and breathe out for 5 seconds. By shifting our attention to our heart, we actually shift our heart, trigger psychological changes to bring into coherence. And now, re-experience a feeling of compassion, love, gratitude, or care for someone. Just re-experience maybe some hugging your child or your mother or your parent or your pet. Just feel how it feels in your heart. Just being in that space, or maybe just lying down in your favorite spot. Just re-experience that. Just filling up your heart with gratitude, with love. And keep breathing through your heart. Okay? You can now get back into this conversation. So this is a technique that I do every single day in the morning. And this immediately shifts me into that, in a feeling of sense of gratitude, because every morning, if you really are serious about manifesting, if you're really are serious about creating success in your life, then we must always start from a place of gratitude, from a place of having, from a place of abundance. That's when we start creating more in our lives. And this is a tip for today, guys. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me this morning in India and this evening in US. It's such a wonderful, wonderful way. I'm really enjoying this interaction, you guys speaking, and I look forward to connecting with you again next week, Wednesday, same time. And tomorrow we are starting a 11-day meditation plus workout challenge. Okay, we are starting this with the Pyramid Spiritual Society's Movement Global. So tomorrow is the first day, day one. Make sure you join me on the meditation gathering, and this is where we will kick off. And the Zoom link to register is on pssmglobal.org/events. Go there and register. You will get an email with the Zoom link, and you can join me there for a meditation. We will meditate together, and I'll talk more about the challenge. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you very much, guys. I love you, and let's start this 2021 super, super, super strong. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.